Good evening everybody, it's Charlie and welcome back to another video on the Chatting Leeds YouTube channel, and it is time for your match preview ahead of round 2 against Manchester United at Elland Road tomorrow afternoon. Absolutely buzzing to get back in the mix at Elland Road. Atmosphere is going to be unbelievable. I really am excited for this one now, especially after the encouraging performance and result that we got at Old Trafford on Wednesday night. Just before I get into it, please smash that like button. Please subscribe if you're new to the channel and share all of your thoughts and opinions in the comment section down below. So then, round 2, obviously Skabala, Armas and Gallardo are all in charge. Hopefully it's the last game that they'll be in charge, as much as they did really well at Old Trafford. Obviously, the fact that we've not got a manager in yet is starting to concern me a little bit. But obviously, someone needs to take charge, and I would rather it be them after the performance that Leeds put in at Old Trafford on Wednesday. I thought it was very encouraging. Obviously, a lot of it was very similar to the way that Marsh played. But I think you could tell that there were certain tweaks in there in terms of playing a little bit wider, which, you know, I think if Leeds United play with width, I think it massively helps our game. I think the players that we've got out wide can really get at fullbacks, the likes of Nonto, Somerville, Sinistera, Harrison maybe if he drifts out wide. You know, we have got the players who are capable to cause a lot of defences some serious issues. On Man United, obviously, the other night I thought it was clearly not their best performance, but they still managed to get something from the game. I do believe, and I've spoke to a few Scum fans at work in the days after the game, and they've all said that they believed, obviously, that the players of Man United massively underestimated us and thought it was going to be a walkover. It was far from that. I thought for 60-65 minutes, I thought Leeds executed the game plan perfectly. We didn't allow Man United to play out from the back. If you noticed, they looked quite uncomfortable when they were playing it out from the back. I don't think they actually like it when they have the ball. They like to snatch the ball off the opposition and counter-attack quickly through Rashford, Fernandes, etc. But we weren't allowing them to do that, especially in the first half. You know, Harrison, Nonto, Bamford, closing the likes of Martinez, Varane, Shaw and Dalot down. We were closing them down, we were putting them under a lot of pressure, and you could tell that it was getting to them and that they couldn't cope with it at times. I thought Leeds won the midfield battle for the majority. You could tell that with the likes of Eriksen and Casemiro out, the level of quality that they've got in that midfield area decreases for me. Obviously, Fred, I know he always likes a goal against Leeds, but he's not great in my opinion. There's McTominay, but he was injured, and I believe he's injured again for tomorrow. Casemiro and Eriksen are both out as well, so you're probably going to see Sabitzer and Fred again in that midfield. I didn't think it was a great partnership, which worked in our favour. I think Leeds United will make a slight tweak in our midfield. I would like to see Mark Rocker come in. But yeah, I think with the likes of Adams, Matt Rocker, Weston McKennie, I do feel like that midfield can easily win that battle against Sabitzer and Fred off the evidence that we got at Old Trafford. Sabitzer was decent. It was his first start for them. He had that shot that Melier saved quite easily in the first half. Other than that, didn't really do much in my opinion. You could tell that him and Fred didn't have that rapport, they didn't have that good relationship in that midfield, which again I think is something that Leeds United can exploit and take advantage of. Thought Nonto again was unbelievable. I think whoever's at right back for them, you could see Aaron Wan-Bissaka but you could also see it be the same with Diogo Dalot. Yeah, obviously I thought the weakness against Forest was that we switched Gnonto from the left over to the right. I don't think we did that at Old Trafford, and I can't see us implementing that in this game either. I think he'll stay on that left-hand side. He'll get at Dalot, he can get at Varane, and I really think he can put them under pressure. The change that I predicted on the right side was obviously Somerville for Sinistera. I have actually heard that Sinistera could feature in this game. Probably not from the start. I still think Somerville will get the nod, but if Sin is fit and is fit enough to start, then I would obviously rather have him start than Somerville. I think Somerville would be a great bench option to come on, fresh legs. I've seen a lot of people say that Ruta should start as well over Bamford. Bamford didn't really do a lot against Man United, didn't do a lot against Nottingham Forest, so I can understand, Scoobs might think a little bit of change maybe to throw Man United off would be to put Ruta up top. I thought he actually did decent when he came on, without doing much, but he looked lively, he was putting himself about, so fair enough. But yeah, obviously, I'll say it again, and the Elland Road crowd will be bang up for this. I think whatever happens in this game, you can't blame Skabala. You can't blame any of the coaching staff. They've stepped up and they're having to do a job at the minute, and they did that job effectively at Old Trafford. So I think at home, Elland Road crowd, it'll be roaring. There'll be tension, but it'll be good tension. I think the crowd will be on the players from minute go, and yeah, let's just see what happens. Let's just go at them. Let's give them a game. We'll leave it out all on that pitch, and you never know. You never know, Dean. Hopefully, by Everton next week, we will have a permanent manager. Iraola has not ruled himself out, which is keeping me slightly optimistic that we can get this done. Apparently, the sources are not great sources, but I've seen on a few places on Twitter, apparently he has told Vallecano that he is interested in becoming the new Leeds United manager. But obviously it's different in Spain, isn't it? I think he has to pay his own release clause, or can Leeds pay it and then I don't know. It's the Spanish FA is a bit strange in how it operates, so I think that's why it's taking a little bit longer. But if we can't get Iraola, I really don't know who we turn to. I've heard Nuno mentioned now. As much as it would be underwhelming, I think people are forgetting those really good years that he did have at Wolves. I'm not advocating a move for Nuno in saying that. I'm just trying to look at both sides. Obviously, the way it ended at Wolves wasn't great. The way it ended at Spurs wasn't great. I think Spurs just wasn't the right move for him. Could he come to Leeds and steady the ship? Potentially. But I don't want someone that's just going to come in for a few months because the motivation's not there. I want someone like an Iraola, someone who can come in. It's a project. It keeps us in the league, which is the main focus for this season. And then next season we push on and bring some additions in and we try and push higher up the table. That's what we all want. We're not asking for an invincible season. We're not asking for Mbappe and Messi. We're just asking for a good squad that can compete in this league at a decent level. And hopefully Orta, Rads, Kinnear are in the process of trying to get that done. Because if we go into that Everton game next week and the Southampton, we'll probably have someone for Southampton, but if we're going into that Everton game without a permanent manager, as much as I've rated Scoobs against Scum at Old Trafford the other night, and he may well do another good job tomorrow, but regardless of what happens tomorrow, even if we beat Man United tomorrow, people who are saying Skabala deserves it till end of season, you need to give your head a wobble. He's never managed at first team level at any job. Ever. I would rather have Nuno until end of season than have Skabala for the rest of the season. That might be a hot take, and I'm not advocating a move for Nuno in saying that. I'm just saying I would rather have someone who's at least managed in the Premier League before over someone that hasn't. Well, he has, but you know what I mean. Iraola for me is the top pick and the one that I would want. If we can get that over the line, I'll be buzzing. But let's just hope, as Rad said, it'll be the start of this week coming. Maybe Monday, Tuesday. Wednesday is the very latest that I want an announcement. Because if it gets to Thursday, Friday and we haven't got one, then I will be very, very concerned at that point. But as for tomorrow, let's just go at them. It is what it is. We said prior to Old Trafford, let's just get this one out of the way. I'm actually really excited for this game now. More excited after what I saw at Old Trafford on Wednesday. I think they are beatable. And I think with the Elland Road crowd behind us, I think we can get a win. I'm going to throw my neck out on the line. And I'm going to say 3-2 Leeds United. There, I said it. Obviously, my head is saying another draw. But I'll go with my heart and I'll say 3-2 Leeds United. Let's keep it as positive as we can. As long as we don't get humiliated, it is what it is. Get a new coach in for Everton and hopefully we can take it from there and crawl further and further away from the bottom half of the table. That is the plan and let's hope that goes to plan. That brings us to the end of this match preview ahead of the scum at Elland Road tomorrow afternoon. If you've enjoyed it, as always, please smash that like button. It really helps get the video out there. Subscribe if you're new to the channel and share all of your thoughts and opinions in the comment section down below. And I'll be back tomorrow night after the game for my post-match reaction. I'll see you then. Cheers.